Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, Strange New Worlds Season 3 is coming in just a few days. It's already taken a bit of a hit with hearing it's being cancelled, and the fifth season is the last season, and it's also a cut down season of 6 episodes, which some people are saying is because Kurtzman's contract, because it's ending and they're not going to be doing more with him. That's all they could get out in that time and all they could guarantee getting done, so that's all they've committed to. But it may have been, the studio saying that's all we're going to pay for. You get like 5, maybe 6 episodes to finish off the whole series, which is good. They get to do a proper ending. They get 5 years. They can say they had a 5-year mission. But it took a bit of a hit, and there hasn't been a lot of promotion. I'm surprised. I had a look at the Star Trek YouTube page, channel, whatever, and they only had 2 trailers and a couple of little random interviews, and that was it. And TrekMovie.com just has a couple of random interviews. They have one with Paul Wesley promising that the next film is actually going to show, we're going to see signs of the OG Kirk. So the idea is, it's like they're saying, well, they always do this, like they do something that doesn't work and they say, we know that didn't work, but it's going to get better. He's going to start to act like real Kirk soon. And the idea that this is a journey the character is developing. We want him to start off being not like Kirk and then end like Kirk, when really they just didn't know what they were doing, and now they're listening to fans and they're working out what they did wrong and changing it, which is always what happens with this new Trek. Like, oh, we're not going to have Kirk and Spock come in, or Pike or anyone. No, it's all about Michael and that, then they brought them in. Oh, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that, we're not going to change this. Oh, this is the Klingons, this is how they look. They always look like that. Are you confused? Where were you? Oh, no, that's just, they used to shave their hair for war, and this is what they're going to look like now, and like that's sort of what they used to look like, and then they just abandoned it altogether and went back to the original Klingon design. So that's, they miss and they scramble and they reboot and change because they're a mess. So I'm surprised they're not doing more to promote it and push it out there, and a few interviews here and there is not really going to move the dial. But at the same time, it is cancelled. They've kind of given up on it. So, same thing. There's the guy, Martin Quinn, doing interviews saying how Scotty isn't a miracle worker yet. And it's all about the whole new era is we're getting towards Star Trek. Instead of just giving us Star Trek, it's like, well, we're moving in that direction. We're doing something more contemporary now to appeal to the masses and the general audience, but we'll get to Star Trek eventually, and maybe we'll take some of those people with us. And they're not there. They're not there for the journey. They never were. So just focus on the people who are. So, and I think that's it. The only other thing happening is they have, I think they've just released the Red Shirts comic, which is, actually, no, it's just a preview. They still haven't actually released it, but around the time of the new season, they're going to have a new Star Trek comic called Red Shirts, which is basically, I guess, I don't know, is it a bit of a joke series? I think they're just focusing on some security members, in the red shirts, and see what happens to them, which we know what's going to happen to them if they're really red shirts. If you like to, play with that thing. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of how Strange New Worlds Season 3 and 4 and 5 are going to do. Because we've only had Season 1 and 2, and I still haven't watched. I bought the Blu-rays, I admit it. I did finally buy some merch, because I do like the visuals, and I'd made this commitment in the first season when there was only one episode that sort of was a bit off. Then the second season came out and there were like 3 episodes or 4 episodes that were off out of 10. And now when we look at the trailers for the new series, it seems like most of the episodes are off. We've got parodies, we've got them doing 1950s cosplay, but acting like that's what original Star Trek was like, because they don't like Star Trek, they don't get Star Trek, and they sort of like to make fun of it and think that makes them fans because they enjoy laughing at the original show like it's camp and was meant to be camp or something, because that's how they see it. Blah, blah, blah. It's not looking good. We've got the Spock injection that makes them all Vulcans, because I rewatched that scene and that's the same injection she used to repair Spock when he was turned human. So I was thinking maybe they've created some new, injection that is basically going to somehow give them the Vulcan traits and the like learned history or something or whatever, because they start acting like Vulcans who've lived Vulcan experiences and have prejudice and all these issues, which could never come from just changing the biology, which is still kind of hard to sort of, take the idea that an injection could change the whole biology of a person and make them into another alien race. But then to also give them the prejudices and learned experiences and so forth of an individual Vulcan who's grown up on Vulcan with and lived in the Vulcan culture was just ridiculous. It's like Saturday morning kiddie stuff, like, oh, have an injection turned to another that's the level it was at. And I'm trying to be optimistic and thinking more than them and think, oh, they must have explained this somehow. And then I rewatched the scene, like, oh, they don't. That's just what they used last time. Let's just inject him with this and see if it makes them Vulcan. It's worse than I remembered. It's worse than I thought. I didn't get how bad it was when I saw it the first time. So I don't have a lot of hope for season 3 being very good, doing very well, or season 4 or 5. And when you announce something's dead in the water before putting it out there, it doesn't have much hope. So, but we'll see. I'm going to go.